In Dune, we learn about a huge and dangerous world called Arrakis, where huge sandworms live in the deserts. Most people, especially people from other worlds, are afraid of these horrible creatures, but the local Fremen don't see them that way. For the Fremen, these animals are not just problems or threats. They are also chances to make money. Skilled and brave enough individuals can even ride them and use their strength to live and thrive in the harsh desert environment. This idea that the sandworm can be both a problem and a chance is not just a story, it's a strong metaphor for life. Opportunities are like sandworms. They are scary, hard to predict, and often only last a short time. You can do something when they show up. You can use that chance to your advantage if you're ready and quick to act, just like the Fremen do with the sandworms. But if you're not ready or aren't sure what to do, the chance will pass you by, leaving you to wonder what could have been. We'll look at how this metaphor can be used in real life in this film. We will talk about what Dune teaches us about seeing and taking advantage of opportunities, how to learn the skills you need to ride the sandworm, and why some people seem to be able to take advantage of opportunities easily while others have a hard time. Check out this movie if you've ever been late for something important and thought, if only I had been ready. Get ready to learn how to be one of the few people who can seize the day and ride the sandworm of chance. First, let's look more closely at what the sandworms in Dune mean. These huge beings, which are also called Shai Hulud, are the most feared and respected thing about life on Arrakis. For most visitors, the sandworms are just dangerous things they need to stay away from. They are huge, hard to predict, and can destroy anything that gets in their way. This view is similar to how many people see life's opportunities, as scary and full of risk. For instance, the Harkonnens and the Atreides see sandworms as monsters and a natural force to be feared. The Fremen, who live in the desert and are native to Arrakis, have a very different view. Instead of running away from the worms, they learn how to live with them. Not only that, but they learn to control them and use special tools to ride them across the desert. This is a great way to describe how successful people take advantage of chances. They don't avoid problems. Instead, they face them head-on and get ready to take advantage of the benefits that other people might miss or ignore. In this case, the sandworms can be thought of as life's big chances, those rare, short-lived chances that don't come around very often. These opportunities can only be used by people who are ready, and to be ready, you need to train, learn, and plan all the time. They don't wait for the worm to show up before they start learning how to ride it. They get ready ahead of time by learning the right skills, getting the right tools, and getting to know the desert's rhythms. In the same way, you can't wait for a chance to come up before you decide to move. You need to keep learning new things, getting better at the things you already know, and setting yourself up for when that big moment comes. Let's look at a real-life case to show what I mean. Let us say you want to make money online and choose to learn more about e-commerce and dropshipping. Most people who get into this field do so without doing enough research. They try out goods they think might sell without doing enough research. They're like the people who came to Arrakis. They're lost in the desert, trying to stay out of harm's way and maybe find success by accident. But people who understand the sandworm idea go about this project in a different way. Instead of going into it blind, they take the time to look at facts and trends. They look at what's going on in the world right now and figure out how to fit in with new trends. Let's say that the Euro Cup is coming up soon. A huge number of people are watching this event, which shows that it is a clear trend with a lot of promise. They can ride the wave of interest and demand by looking into Euro Cup-related goods, such as fan gear, memorabilia, or one-of-a-kind items that make watching the game more fun. They take advantage of the chance, just like the Fremen do with the sandworms, while other people are still working out what to do. What if you miss this chance, though? What would happen if you weren't ready or didn't act quickly enough? Chances don't wait, just like the sandworm in Dune. They go by quickly if you're not ready. Sometimes you feel bad about what you did because you know you could have used the situation to your advantage if you were better prepared or faster to act. This brings us to how important speed is. There is a very short window of time in Dune for the Fremen to grab onto the sandworms and start riding them. They will miss the worm or get thrown off if they delay or make a mistake, and the chance will be lost. The same rule works in real life. There are often only a few seconds to seize an opportunity. If you're not quick enough, someone else will, or the chance will disappear. Just think about how business trends come and go. These chances come and go quickly, like sandworms. Whether it's a social media trend that goes global, a new technology, or a short-lived market need. You can make money with that trend if you act quickly, are ready, and are willing to take a chance. If you wait too long, though, the window will close and you'll be left thinking what might have been. This brings us to another important point: getting ready. The Fremen didn't learn how to ride sandworms quickly. They had to live in the desert for years to learn its secrets and make the tools they needed to tame the worms. In the same way, you can't expect to take advantage of every chance without first getting ready. Being fast isn't enough. You also need to know what you're doing and have the right skills. In order to be prepared, you need to know what you're working in. It's about getting the information and skills you need to act when the time comes. For instance, if you want to start selling things online, you might need to learn about market trends, get good at the sites you'll be using, comprehend how customers act, and master digital marketing. Getting ready in these ways is the only way to be ready to spot and ride the sandworm when it comes your way. Now let's talk about another important bit: determination. As in Dune, most people don't manage to tame a sandworm on their first try. Similarly, not many people take advantage of a chance exactly the first time. We're now back to Paul Atreides. He rides the sandworm safely at the end of the story, but it wasn't easy or clear how he got there. He had to learn, change, and depend on Stilgar, the leader of the Fremen, for help. Paul would never have learned how to do it so quickly without the help of a guide and practice. The idea works the same way in real life. A lot of people think that when a chance comes up, they'll be able to seize it right away and be well off right away. But that doesn't happen very often. Like mastering a sandworm, taking control of opportunities takes hard work, trial and error, and a readiness to fail. Failure is just a part of the process. It's not the end of the trip. The ability to keep going, learn from mistakes, and keep getting better is what sets successful people apart from unsuccessful ones. Take a look at this through the lens of business. A lot of people who want to be entrepreneurs start businesses because they think they will be quick hits. They put all of their effort into the first job, but if it doesn't take off right away, they give up. It's the same as failing at the sandworm the first time and then choosing never to try again. It's important to know that failing is a part of learning. Every fall teaches you something useful about timing, skill, and getting ready. And every time you fail, you learn something new that makes you better prepared for the next chance. Let us use e-commerce as an example once more. Let's say that the Eurocup trend didn't go the way you thought it would. It's possible that the market didn't like the goods you picked, or you may have come out too late to catch the first wave of demand. It's important to figure out what went wrong instead of seeing this as a loss. Did you get the time wrong? Was the thing you were selling not what people wanted? Did you not sell it well enough? You can improve your strategy for the next trend or chance by answering these questions. This is how you get ready to be successful in the future, just like the Fremen are always improving how they ride sandworms. The idea of determination is linked to the idea of having a mentor. Some of Paul's success in Dune is due to the help he gets from Stilgar and the Fremen. Paul would not have been able to survive in the desert or learn how to ride a worm without their help and information. It can also make a big difference in your life to have a mentor, someone who has been through the same things you are going through. They can show you the easy ways to do things, tell you about possible problems, and give you useful information that saves you time and effort. In real life, mentoring could mean finding someone in your field who has already done well and wants to help you do even better. It could be a business coach, a coworker with more experience, or even a group of people with similar goals who can help and support you. Keep in mind that you do not need to work out everything by yourself. You can depend on people who have more knowledge and experience than you do, just like Paul did with Stilgar. Also, let's talk about the power of insight, which is another important theme in Dune that has real-life applications. It turns out that Paul finally gets a stronger sense of awareness called prescience. He has the power to see into the past and the future, which gives him a huge advantage over his enemies. In real life, we don't have access to such magical powers, but we can develop a skill that is very similar: the skill of being able to see trends coming and get ready for them. For example, think about the people who have done the best. They don't just respond to changes in the market, they plan for them. These people look at data and trends and use what they learn to guess where the market is going. In this way, they get ready ahead of time to take advantage of opportunities when they come up. In the real world, this is a form of prescience. You can get better at this skill by staying up to date, learning new things all the time, and noticing the signs around you, whether they are market trends, technology advances, or changes in culture. Let's look at our e-commerce case one more time. The best businesses never just pay attention to the latest events, like the Euro Cup. They are always thinking ahead. They are looking into new technologies, changing customer habits, and how markets are changing. People who are smart get in on trends early, before their competitors do, so they can take advantage of that trend. In the same way, this is like having foresight. You're not just responding to chances as they appear. You're now able to see them coming and get ready to ride the wave when it comes. Lastly, I want to talk about adaptability, which is an important but often overlooked part of seizing chances. The desert in Dune is always changing, and the sandworms are also hard to predict. Because of this, the Fremen are very flexible. Being able to adapt is key to their success because they've learned how to stay alive in a hostile and always changing world. Being able to change is important in life. There are always new chances, and the things that used to make you successful can disappear in an instant. Think about how quickly new technologies change businesses or how quickly fashions come and go. If you're too set in your ways, you might not be able to handle these changes well and miss out on new chances. Being adaptable means being ready to change your plans when you need to, being open to new ideas, and always improving how you do things. Being able to adapt is what will help you ride the sandworms of life, even when things change quickly. This is true whether you're learning a new skill, changing your mindset, or shifting your attention to a different market. Finally, the lessons we can learn from Dune are not just made-up stories. They give us a powerful way to approach chances in our own lives. The scary and mean sandworms represent the chances that come our way, which often come out of nowhere and require both guts and skill to handle. People who think chances are too risky or who aren't ready to act quickly will miss them, just like people who live off-world and are afraid of worms. Only a few people are ready, though. They have the skills, the information, and the instincts to be like the Fremen. They don't just get by. They grow by using problems as opportunities. The main points? Get ready, move quickly, keep going, think ahead, and be able to change. As you know, failure is a part of the process, and you need to keep working on yourself to be ready for when the right time comes. Don't expect the first try to be perfect, but know that each one helps you get ready for the next. Always be learning, act quickly, and most importantly, be able to change with the times when chances come up. Chances come up quickly, like sandworms. They appear and disappear, and the people who are successful are ready to act when the time is right. You can ride the sandworm, seize life's chances, and not let them slip away if you have the right mindset and are ready. Don't forget that you can become a master like Paul Atreides did with the help of advice and hard work. Grow your network, look for a guide, and keep improving how you do things. There are lots of sandworms and chances in the world. If you can find them and ride them, you'll be one of the few people who can really use their power.